Well, hello, my friends, and welcome to Live Inspired with John O'Leary. I'm delighted, as I am every Wednesday morning, to be with you, in particular when it's the Wednesday morning before Thanksgiving. I had our team take a quick glance through who our followers were, and not surprisingly, many of our followers, the vast majority, come from the United States or Canada. What was surprising was to learn that we have more than 120 other countries represented. So my friends from all over the global community, we welcome you to the Live Inspired movement and to Thanksgiving celebration. The celebration goes back to 1621 when the Pilgrims landed here in what would eventually become the United States. That's when the festivities kind of took off. But when it gets good, when it really becomes official, when it is declared part of law, does not take place for another 242 years. Now that matters because of the timing. The timing was, the president was Abraham Lincoln. He's in the middle of a chaotic crisis-like situation. The nation is split in two. There is a crisis of who we are and who we ultimately will become, the values that will either drive us apart or keep us together. With the Great Civil War, the greatest eventual death total that the United States will ever know, greater than all the other battles before that and since then combined, Lincoln decides to set aside the last Thursday in November as a chance to pause, to slow down, and to give thanks for the many blessings in our life. I want you to think about that for a moment. With the country at war, with the country completely divided, with the nation split in two, does this sound familiar at all? Okay, but let's put it into context. There are not just yelling matches going on and angry tweets going on and disagreements going on. There is bloodshed. There is revolt. There is rebellion. The worst days are upon us. And even with that, Lincoln sets aside the final Thursday of November to pause, to slow down, to, for a moment, not focus on the things that separate and divide, but instead to focus on the very things that unify, that bind, that heal, that remind us who we are, whose we are, how fortunate we are, how blessed we are, and the truth that remained for Abraham Lincoln 150 years ago, but for each of us today, that the best days are upon us and in front of us and worthy of slowing down and celebrating. My friends, with the divisiveness right now going on in our community, with the challenges going on in many of our health, in our relationships, in our finances, in our country, and in our global community, what a great time to pause, to take note of the many reasons in our life that we should remember again that we are grateful, that we are blessed, and that we are reminded that the best days are around the corner starting right now. So my friends, I want to welcome 122 countries to the table. I want to thank you for being part of our Live Inspired movement. And I want to remind you one final time, if you have not heard it loud and clear, that the best is yet to come. It is worth fighting for, but it's also worth pausing and enjoying family, community, and the miracle of the day in front of you today. For this time, and until next time, this is John O'Leary, and this is your day. Live inspired.